Hey friends, my name is Bilal Khan and today I'm going to add some more credentials in the update member functionality. So as you can see here that in my previous video I just updated these credentials like the title, phone number, location and working status. But in this video I'm going to add some more credentials like the email, password, full name and account name. Alright. So but before working on this, let's go to the SetMember.go file, and inside this file as you can see here that this is the full name that I have included, so I'm not needing it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to remove this from here, and I will also remove it from the print statement like this. And once it is done, I will update this 0 value 3 to value 2, right? All right, so 0 1 2, not 3. After that, let's write what you can say 3, because there are 3 member credentials are required, like the email, full name, password and the account name. I'm not going to include the full name because it is not required, and they will be stored in the Redis. So let's go to the set member functionality once they are saved. And after that, as you can see here that this is the member credentials that they are giving me an error. I will remove this member full name, and I will also update the from 4 to 3 like this one. All right, so now it is not giving me an error as you can see here. So now the next thing that I'm going to do is to go to the UpdateGo file, and inside this file you can see that this is the update member functionality, and this functionality is basically using the if statement. The first if statement is using for the set member, and the second one is used for the update member. All right. So when the user will set up the credentials, that user will set up the password, full name and account name. But after that, if the user want to update the credentials, then these values will be updated like the title, phone number, location and working status. But now I'm going to also add the password, full name and account name in the update section also, so that if the user wants to update the password, full name and account name also, that can also be updated. But they are relevant to the set member. So let's move them from here, copy them from here and paste it down here. So now the user can update the password, full name and account name also, and I'm also going to add the email address so that the user can update the email address also. All right, so let's write emails. After that, this will be the password, full name and account name, and then all these credentials like title, phone number, location and working status. So let's update the case like 0 1 2 3 4 5 6, all right, and 7. So there are 8 credentials starting from email to working status, and they are starting from case 0 to 7. So there are 8 credentials. All right, so I'm going to update them from 4 to 8 like this. So they are specific to the set member, and these credentials are specific to the update member. All right, so as you can see here that from both sides, after updating the value from 4 to 8, they are giving me an error because I have used this function here in the set member also, and I have also used it in the update member. So let's update them here, like instead of writing 4, I will write 8. And now you can see that in the set member, hash password, full name and account name, they are written previously, but I'm giving the empty string because I'm not giving other values. They are relevant to the update member, not the set member. All right, like this. Full name 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So these are the 8 values. As you can see that these are the password, full name and account name for the set member. This is the password, full name and account name, and they are relevant to the update member, not the set member. So now the error is removed from here, but I will update them here in the update mem functionality. As you can see that here there are 4 strings also. So I will change this, but before working on this, let's go to the update.go file. And inside this file, what I will do, I will store some values in the Redis also, because the email address should be saved, the password should be saved, and the account name should be saved. Why I'm saving this in the Redis also? Because they will be stored in the MySQL database. It is written previously also, but I'm also going to store them in the Redis also, so that if I want to call them again, they can be fetched from the Redis. All right, so the email address is required if I want to fetch the email address, and if I want to show to the user that hey, you are logged in as this email address, or this is the password of your what you can say account, or this is the account name of your account that you are logged in by this account name. So these are all the necessary credentials that will be stored in the Redis, so that I can call them further on. All right, as I have stored it in my previous videos also when I was working as an admin user, but these credentials will also be stored in the Redis so that they can be fetched in the later on in this project. All right. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to go to the above here, and as you can see here that when I was working on the update user functionality, I stored the password in the Redis also. All right, so I'm also repeating the same step by copying this and saving the first of all email address, then the password, and then the account name. The full name is not going to be stored in the Redis because it is not required. Only these credentials will be stored in the Redis, and they will also be, and these all credentials will be updated in the MySQL database also. So let's paste it, and now you can see that this is the case 0, so it is showing that the value is 0 for the email address. And this is what you can say, this hash value is not required, so I will remove this from here because hash password is only required when you are converting the password into hash values, but they are relevant to the email address, so I'm not going to update it. Like now let's write account email instead of writing account password, and this will be member account email, not the account email for the admin. So account email is for the admin and the member account email is for the member. All right. So this is the login token. Basically, I will change it to member login token. All right. That will basically help us to delete the token, and if the user updated the email address, then in that case, your member login token will be deleted, and now you have to log in with a new email address. All right. So I hope you understood. So I deleted the member login token, and after updating the email address, and now the user have to log in with a new email address. So this is the point, and after that let's remove this what you can say the account email, and I will write value 0 because once the user enter the email address, that email address will be added into the Redis, and all the what you can say the password and the full name and account name, these will be saved from the Redis that were previously stored. All right, so let's remove this. And instead of writing account full name, I will write member account password because the full name is not required. So I will write member account password, and this is going to be the member account name. So basically it will only save the email address when the user insert the email address. So it will store it in the Redis, and after that the previous credentials will be the same, like the password will be fetched from the Redis, the previous password, and similarly the account name will also be fetched from the Redis as a previous account name. So they will not be updated because only the email is required to be updated. Similarly the steps will be applied here. So if the user want to update the password also, that only in that case the password will be updated, and all the credentials will be the same, like the email address and the account name, they will not be updated. So let's remove this 3 from 4 to 3, and let's write set member credentials instead of writing set user credentials. Now you can see that this is set member credentials that updated here. Set member credentials is equal to 3, so they will be stored in the MySQL database, in the Redis. All right, member account email, member login token, member account password, member account name. All right, so they are fine. Now let's repeat the same step and copy this, paste it down here. Now as you can see that the value would be 1, not 0, because this is password from case 1. And similarly this will be the password, not email. And after that let's write remove this from here, and this should be the email address, not the password here. And now the email address is given, the account name is given, but in the middle the password is missing. So I will update this password, and the thing that I'm going to do is to go upward and copy this hash password, because I'm going to store the password as a hash value in the Redis. I'm not going to store the password as a plain text. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to convert this value 1, that is a password. I will convert this in as a what you can say as a hash password. Once it is converted as a hash password, I will store this hash password as a in the Redis, hash pass, like this. And as you can see that the hash password is giving me an error, so basically I have not declared it, so I will write hash pass string. So this is now declared, so this value will be saved in the Redis like this. All right, and after that let's write hash password. So now this value is going to be inserted into the SetMember credentials. All right, and all the credential, the email address will be fetched from the Redis previously. The account name will also be fetched from the Redis that is previously stored, but only the hash password will be inserted or updated into the Redis. All right, so let's save this and let's check whether it has error or not. No, it has no error. Sorry. Let's copy this and paste it down in the account name. So now I'm not going to use the what you can say the hash password. I will remove this and I will write what you can say value 3. This is case 3, so this will going to be the value 3. Let's write account name. All right, member account name, and after that this is going to be what you can say email and the password. So the password should be written like member account password, and after that the value 3 will be written. All right, so the member email, member password, and the value 3. So the value 3 will be updated. These credentials will be fetched from the Redis previously that is stored there. All right, so this is going to be the account name. All right, so account name is done. Account email, password, and for account name. All right, so I hope you understood. So I'm not going to update these I'm not going to save these credentials in the Redis because I don't require them currently. But if in the future, if there is a need for them, I will store them in the Redis. And if I want to show them further, then I can store them and they will be shown to me by using the Redis. But for currently, I'm not going to use them. And after that, once they are done, what I will do, I will update these credentials. As you can see that they are going to be updated into the MySQL database. But here is a problem, and the problem is that as you can see that the password is converted into the hash values, and that password should be stored into the MySQL database, not a plain text. So I'm going to store the password as a hash value in the MySQL database. So currently they are only going to be storing the password as a plain text. So I will put the if statement that hey, if I is if I is not equal to 1, then what it will do, it will store the all the password as a plain text. But hey, if the password if the I is equal to 1, then this password will be saved as a hash value, hash password. So I hope you understood. Basically it says that hey, if I is not equal to 1, if it is any other credential except password, so the I1 is equal to password. As you can see here, this is the password that is equal to 1. So if it is not equal to 1, then in that case all the credentials will be updated as a plain text. But if the I is equal to 1, means if the I is equal to password, then in that case the password will be saved as a hash password, not the plain text. All right, so this is the point that you need to keep in mind. And let's copy this if statement and put it inside this switch instead of writing outside this switch. All right. All right, so now they are done. After that, as you can see here that here another error occurred, and that is on the case 1, and there is a password, but here in the SetMember on the case 1 there is a full name. All right, like this. So in that case, if I updated the password, let's say if I updated this password or if I set up the full name, then that full name will also be converted into the hash password. So this is the thing that I'm preventing it, because I don't want the both cases should be merged, or the both the formula should not be applied to both of the cases. Instead, I want the password should be converted into the hash password, but I don't want the full name to be converted into the hash value. So I will prevent this. Instead, what I will do, I will simply copy this update values and I will paste it down here like this. So now these values will be updated as a plain text, and for these values to be updated, they will be stored as a plain text as a password also. So I have put the separate conditions for them. For the this switch, I have put this condition, and for this switch I have put this condition that hey, if this password, full name or account name is updated, then they should only be inserted as a plain text, not the hash values. So yeah, So now they will not be give me an error if I updated the password or the full name. All right, so let's save them. So let's check them whether it contains any kind of error or not. No, it does not contain any kind of error. So yeah, password, email. All right, so let's save them and let's go to the login.go file. And inside this file, what you can see, you can see that this is the member account email. All right, it should not be member email because it will give me an error. And this should be the member account password. After that, let's go to the UpdateMem, and as you can see here that there are currently 8 credentials that needs to be written here. So there are 8 credentials. Now they are not giving me an error. If I go to the UpdateMember.go file, there are 8 credentials, and the next thing that I'm going to do, as you can see that there are only 4 credentials that are written, like title, phone number, location, and working status. So I will update them, and what I will do, I will go to the SetMember, copy these credentials and paste it up here like this, and the user will also be able to insert these credentials, all right, in the updating section. So let's copy these flags also, and after that let's paste it down here, and like write UpdateMem, not the SetMem, and after that let's remove the P and write N, because as you can see the P is for specific for the password. So that's the reason that I have removed the P from the phone number, because you cannot use one alphabet for multiple flags. This is the point that you need to keep in mind. You can only use one alphabet for one flag. The one single alphabet cannot be used for multiple flags, the same alphabet. All right, so let's write the update this. Instead of writing the setup the credentials, I will write update, because here the user want to update these credentials, not setting them up. All right, so let's save them. After that I will use these credentials here because they are not used it. So let's write member email, let's write member full name, password, member full name, and member account name, like this. And now they will not give me an error. Let's save them, save this also, save this also, save this one also, and save this one also. Let's open the terminal, and let's open another terminal, one for the MySQL database, and let's write go install. All right, so let's write MySQL database, sorry, another error, password, sorry, the password is wrong, so I need to write another password like the correct password. So now let's write use proctl select from members. You can see that these are the member credentials that are inserted, so I will delete them, like delete from what you can say members where ID is equal to 35. So now if I show you again, you will see that the member credentials are this credential is not inserted, only one credential is present here. So let's write proctl logout. First of all, you are already logged out. I will write proctl login as an admin user. Let's write password here. Now you can see that you are successfully logged in. I will write proctl what you can say invite-mem. All right, so invite-mem is going to be email address for the invite member. So now let's wait for some time, and you have successfully sent the member invitation. So yeah, it will take me some time to receive the invitation. I'll refresh this. Maybe I have given the wrong email address. All right, this is the email address that is given wrong, so sorry about that. I should write like this. All right, like this, correct. So now let's wait for this. Now you can see that the email address is correct and the password verification code is received. Copy this, clear this, proctl logout, proctl check the verification code. Now let's take a look at the MySQL database, that whether the credentials are inserted or not. You can see that this account credential is now inserted here. So let's write proctl setmem and let's give the email address for the verification purpose and give the password 1122. Full name is going to be, let's say, this one, and account name is going to be like this. So member credentials are updated. As you can see that the password is converted into the hash values. This is the full name, this is the account name. And now let's write proctl UpdateMem because I'm going to update it. Let's say if I want to update the password, so instead of writing 1122, I will write 2233. You have successfully updated the member credentials. Now you can see previously it was this one, 9EU, but now it is 3WC. So the password is converted into the hash password. And if I show you the status of it, you can see that the user is logged out. Because why? Because I have written the member login token to be deleted, because once it is deleted I have to log in with a new password. All right, so proctl login. Now this time if I write the email address and the password 1122, you will see that I'm not able to log in due to invalid email or password. So if I give the new email password here, so it will show me that you are successfully logged in. So this is how it will work, proctl status. Now I can log in with a new password instead of using the previous password. Similarly, if I show you now what you can say, how you can update the account name. So the account name is Kaifa, so I will write hello world like this. Sorry, I need to update this instead of writing like this. Account name is hello world. Now you can see that you have successfully updated the member credentials. If I show you, you can see the Kaifa is changed from the Kaifa to hello world like this. All right, so now if I show you the status again, you will see that the user is logged out. I need to log in, and after that the user will be updated, account name will be updated. So let's write with the new password and the email address. So login, password is 2233. Now I'm logged in, and if I show you the status of it, previously it was Kaifa. Now you can see that the hello world is logged in. Similarly, if I what you can say, update the title of it, so that in the title it will not be log out, because I have not set up the functionality here, because they will be updated and they will not be logged out. So let's write what you can say. Title is going to be buy. Now you can see that the buy is also inserted. So but if I show you the status of it, you will see that the hello world is logged in, but I'm not logged out after updating the title here. All right, so I hope you understood. And now let's write git add and git commit added more credentials to the update pass, to the update member functionality. Git push origin master. All right, so let's go to the proctl project 70 to 71. Added more credentials to the update member functionality. All right, so I hope you understood and liked this video. So if you liked it, then make sure to subscribe to my channel, and if you have any questions, then ask those questions in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer all of them. So till then, goodbye.